Picture this. An incredibly perceptive, hyper-personalized assistant right there in the palm of your hand. One that truly understands your data, helps manage your life, even condenses complex information specifically for you all while keeping your most personal details absolutely secure.
Yeah.
Sounds like something we've dreamed about for decades, doesn't it?
It does, but the fascinating thing is that dream is much closer to reality than most realize. It's moving from conceptual to truly tangible very quickly.
Absolutely. And today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly how that future is being mapped out.
Okay.
We're looking at an exciting Request for Information, or RFI, document dated June 27, 2025.
Right.
This RFI isn't just a wish list. It's a detailed blueprint for building what they're calling a mobile LLM assistant, a powerful AI driven by the Snowflake data cloud.
And our mission for you, our listener, is to go beyond just, reciting the requirements. We want to unpack the core technical and strategic insights embedded within this RFI, understanding not just what they're asking for, but why it's crucial, and the hidden challenges in bringing such a powerful assistant to life.
Right.
Think of this as getting a real shortcut to understanding how cutting-edge AI and incredibly secure data platforms are converging right there in your pocket.
So let's unpack the core concept. This mobile LLM assistant, at its heart, it's you, the user, interacting with a large language model, an LLM, directly within a mobile application.
Right.
But this isn't just a smarter chatbot, is it?
No, it's a significant leap. What's truly exciting about the capabilities envisioned for you as the user is their scope.
Okay.
This assistant can manage tasks and set reminders, like a natural conversation where you just say, "Remind me to call mom."
Simple enough.
It can retrieve specific data tailored to your needs, perhaps answering, "What did I do last week?" based on your personal logs, your own data.
And crucially, it can summarize content, which, for anyone drowning in emails or meeting notes, is huge. Imagine having complex documents condensed instantly. But perhaps the real paradigm shift is its ability to automate workflows, like adding events directly to your calendar, all through conversation.
That's the key bit.
It moves beyond just giving you information to actually taking action for you.
Exactly. And to enable that level of proactive assistance, there are some absolutely essential requirements behind the scenes. First, the LLM needs real-time access
Playtime.
to your up-to-date user data, which has to be stored securely within Snowflake. This isn't about static data, it's dynamic, evolving information.
And this next bit is where it gets truly innovative. Secure personalization. This is critical. Your prompts, the AI's responses, your entire interaction history
I love it.
must be stored and protected with row-level security. That means only you can see your data. No peeking. Now, that sounds incredibly robust, but also potentially complex. Are there trade-offs there?
That's an excellent point. And yes, while the security benefits are immense, the overhead certainly needs to be considered. Implementing that procession granularity, it can introduce latency if not architected carefully. So the RFI is essentially asking how proposers would optimize for that, perhaps through clever indexing or, caching strategies without compromising the core security promise.
Right, because that privacy has to be non-negotiable for adoption.
Absolutely. And it's also by leveraging Snowflake LLM user-defined functions, or UDFs, which are essentially custom code you run directly within Snowflake.
Okay, like stored procedures, but smarter.
Sort of, yeah. More powerful for AI tasks.
Right.
And external functions. That's how the system can trigger actions like event creation or status updates directly. This is where the workflow automation truly comes alive.
So we've talked about the what. Now let's dive into the how. Achieving that level of personalized interaction and security isn't simple. It needs a robust technical foundation.
For sure.
This technical blueprint section really defines the engineering challenges. What exactly is this RFI asking for in terms of the underlying architecture, particularly around LLM integration?
It explores a few key avenues. How does Snowflake support using embedded LLMs, things like Snowflake Cortex, Snowpark ML, or even Snowflake functions directly within the platform?
Right, keeping it all in-house.
Or, conversely, what are the options for securely calling external LLMs? Think OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, using Snowflake connectors.
Okay.
And a crucial point here is how your prompts, the AI's responses, and even the tokens they consume, the basic units the LLM processes.
The cost factor.
Exactly, how those are managed within Snowflake itself. This ensures a consistent, auditable trail. vital for security and cost management.
Performance is absolutely critical for mobile users. If I ask my assistant something, I expect an instant reply. Can these powerful inference pipelines be triggered instantly? Maybe via Snowpipe or Streamlit on Snowflake. And the critical question for you as a user, how does latency compare for mobile-triggered LLM queries? Will it feel snappy?
Responsive, yeah.
Or will there be that, noticeable delay that just kills the experience?
And this isn't just theoretical. The RFI specifically asks if there are existing Snowpark Python UDF examples for mobile LLM use cases that demonstrate how this might actually work in practice.
Ah, so they want proof, not just promises.
Exactly. This implies a need for proven patterns, existing frameworks to ensure rapid development and reliable performance. They're looking for solutions that have a head start, not just whiteboard ideas.
Now, about getting your data into the system, that seamless mobile data sync. This is where the assistant learns about you.
Crucial part.
What are the best practices for taking your user-generated data from your phone and getting it into Snowflake, both securely and efficiently?
This also includes recommendations for how to structure schemas to track your unique metadata, essentially, the data about your data that makes the personalization possible.
Okay.
And crucially, how is data deduplication or versioning handled? You need to make sure your information is always clean, always accurate.
Because nothing's worse than an assistant working with stale or conflicting data.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we've all had experiences with apps that just don't sync right, and it completely erodes trust.
Absolutely. I remember trying to get my smart home system to do something with outdated info, and it was just endlessly frustrating. This kind of precise data management is critical.
Totally.
And on that note, ironclad security and access control are paramount. What authentication and authorization flows are available for mobile users?
Yeah, how do you log in securely?
And how can common security tokens like OAuth 2.0 be exchanged and mapped to specific Snowflake user roles, ensuring that fine-grained access we discussed?
And one crucial aspect here, tying directly into that secure personalization promise, is whether row-level security is enforceable per mobile session.
Per session. Wow.
Yeah, it's an advanced security measure. It ensures that even if a token is somehow compromised, the scope of exposure is limited just to that specific user's data for that session only. It really speaks volumes about the level of protection they're aiming for.
Beyond the core functions in security, there's a crucial aspect for any mobile app. What happens when you're offline?
Right, the dreaded dead zone.
And the RFI addresses this directly, looking into seamless offline support and user experience. Can Snowflake support things like edge caching or maybe token-based prefetching of summaries?
To make the experience smooth even when you're in a tunnel or your connection is just flaky?
Exactly.
And what are the best practices for building a mobile app that handles both online and offline scenarios seamlessly? You don't want your assistant to just go silent.
Yeah, the expectation for mobile is always on, always available, isn't it?
Very much.
Then there's the cost of convenience. The RFI's deep dive into pricing for interactive mobile queries, LLM inference, whether it's Snowflake Cortex or an external LLM, and the cost of data ingestion from your mobile device via Snowpipe, that highlights a critical, often overlooked aspect. Why is understanding how all these different components add up so important?
Well, it's the cost of convenience challenge, isn't it? Building a truly personalized AI assistant isn't just about cool technical features. It's about making it economically viable.
Right. For the provider and ultimately for you, the user.
Exactly. The RFI is essentially asking, how do we balance this cutting-edge capability with sustainable pricing models, especially in an always-on, highly interactive environment like mobile?
That could be a make or break factor for widespread adoption.
Totally. Even the most incredible tech won't fly if it's prohibitively expensive for everyday use.
Makes sense. For developers, tooling and APIs are vital. Are there any Snowflake-provided REST or GraphQL APIs specifically designed for these mobile interactions?
Good question.
And are there open source SDKs available for popular mobile frameworks like React Native or Flutter? That would significantly speed up development, right? Reduce friction for engineering teams.
Absolutely. The easier it is for developers to build on the platform, the faster this whole vision can become a reality.
And finally, monitoring and governance. How can every one of your mobile user actions and prompts be traced?
Every single one.
And can all LLM interactions be logged and audited inside Snowflake tables? For transparency, for compliance.
Crucial for both. You need that full audit trail.
So what are the options for integrating with native Snowflake monitoring tools like Snowsight or even external dashboards like Looker Studio?
This isn't just about ticking boxes. It's about maintaining accountability and ensuring consistent performance as the system scales up.
Building trust and ensuring the system performs as expected, consistently.
Exactly that.
Okay, so that's a lot of intricate pieces. How does it all actually connect? Let's talk about the architecture behind the magic.
Let's map it out.
It starts with the mobile front end, that's your phone app, capturing your voice or text input. Simple enough.
Then there's the API gateway. Think of it as the secure doorway. Protects access, directs your data where it needs to go.
Okay.
From there, data ingestion is how your mobile data lands in your specific tables within Snowflake. Maybe via Snowpipe, maybe a REST endpoint. It's the pipeline for all your personal info.
Securely stored. Then your prompts land in the prompt store, a secure Snowflake table holding the prompts, the context, timestamps, the LLM's responses.
The whole interaction history. Then comes LLM orchestration. This is really the brain of the operation.
Where the thinking happens.
Right, using Snowpark, Python, or external functions to generate those natural language responses. It's where the AI truly does its work.
And the results delivery API sends the LLM's response back to your mobile app, displayed or spoken.
And crucially, there's governance logging, a dedicated table logging all the metadata, user ID, latency, any errors.
Why is that so important?
It ensures full accountability and helps monitor performance over time, gives you complete visibility into every interaction, essential for troubleshooting and trust.
Let's bring this to life with some real-world applications, how your assistant would truly work in action. Remind me to call mom.
Okay, simple request.
This flows from your mobile device, through the prompt store, to Snowflake, then the LLM figures it out, and finally stores the reminder in your personal user reminders table.
Seamless. Or summarize meeting notes. You upload notes, maybe as a file or text, into Snowflake. A Snowpark UDF calls the LLM, does the summarization, and that summary is returned directly to your device.
Like having a personal analyst instantly distill information for you?
Pretty much.
What about what I do last week? Your prompt goes to the LLM.
Which then actually generates a SQL query.
Yeah.
Runs that query against your secure Snowflake data, finds the answer, and your mobile device displays the result. It's translating natural language into precise data queries on your history.
Truly amazing.
And this next one really shows how the assistant can move beyond just answering questions to taking action for you. At a meeting,
Okay.
a structured prompt gets stored, maybe in your user events table in Snowflake. That action could then trigger a webhook call out to your calendar application.
So it's not just information retrieval, it's active, proactive assistance.
That's the real game changer. That's the vision.
And this isn't just, some far-off future idea. This project is on a very fast track. This RFI was issued June 27, 2025. The deadline for responses is a mere 11 days later, July 8th. That's incredibly fast. What are the implications of such a rapid timeline?
That rapid timeline signals several things. First, extreme urgency. This isn't some speculative venture. It's clearly a high priority.
Right.
Second, it implies they're looking for solutions that are already mature or, very nearly there. There isn't time built in for extensive R&D from scratch.
They need something deployable soon.
Pretty much. Review and shortlisting are set for July 12th with a potential request for proposal, the RFP, issued by July 15th.
Wow.
This intense pace really shows the market demand and the importance of getting this technology right and getting it to market quickly.
We've truly unpacked what it takes to build a secure, intelligent mobile assistant here. From the seamless integration of powerful LLMs and secure data in Snowflake to ensuring real-time performance and absolute privacy for your personal information. It's a complex undertaking, no doubt,
Definitely complex.
but one that promises to really reshape our interaction with technology.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? If your personal data can be securely stored and instantly leveraged by intelligent AI assistants right there on your phone, what other everyday tasks could be utterly transformed?
How might this shift your expectations for truly personalized and proactive technology in your life? Think about that next time you pick up your phone. A future that's much closer and much more capable than you might imagine.